Hello everybody and welcome to SLR Tier 2 Round 2, and we're here at the Chinese Grand Prix yet again, as we was last week for the T1 race a minute ago. And we've got 14 drivers today, all not going for pole, not all of them. We've got Matt Noah, who has got a quali ban, as well as Sancho Wiz, who we're on board with at the moment. Both have their quali bans, as people are going around on their soft tyres and just invalidating their laps. I wonder if anyone will actually go for the softs. CYP looks like he's one of them, and Jasper Varneveld looks like another one, unless it's raining in the race. I don't see why they would. But the medium strategy looked like the better strategy from where I was standing in the T1 race. We just had more about it. Skin Up and Spendler aren't doing their laps. You seem to be more compromised. Zert started on pole and finished P5. That tells you all you need to know about that certain strategy. For the minute, the fastest person is Jasper, and I don't think he'll go faster on mediums. They're 29.7, so I expect him to go softs. CIP might be able to be close. Got NSX Beret in P3. At the moment, he's on in lap. Anyone on out on laps? Got these guys. We've got Nadir and Parrish. I don't know if they're going to complete laps though. Also got F1 Mustang out there. He's on a race lap. You only get one set of the medium tyres, so you have to wait till the end of the session to set your times. But obviously the track's a little bit faster. That's what they're out for now, just on them soft tyres to help the track evolve a little bit. Mustang pits. So really we've got one run at it. Maybe two. So there goes Nadia. Getting a big snap of oversteer. The rear of the car overtakes the front, due to going into a corner too fast, usually. And obviously Parrish is backed off as well. They both have backed off. But Spendler has decided to go a bit out of kilter with everybody else on the mediums, so we'll see what he can achieve. He's going to head around the first few corners now in that Mercedes. That different helmet. He's got a bit of traffic up ahead, so he's going to get understeer through all the way through here. But Welper keeps well out of the way, so he's not held up too much. We can carry on pushing. Heading into the last corners now. This can be very difficult if you've got traffic. But he's got nothing ahead of him now. He's got a clear track. But he's run wide. We'll see what the lap time he can achieve. Going down the straight. Hello, Cirillo. As he looks like he's going to be finishing Bob. He's on. That confuses me because he says he's on super softs, but he's not. He's on the soft tyres. He's going to go around the medium tyre. He comes around the final corner now. What lap time will he do? He's on the medium. Oh, doesn't matter. He's on the soft tyre. He's qualifying on the soft tyre. I'm talking a lot of crap as usual. But he Qualifies P2, half second down on Jesper at the moment. But the medium tyre is going to be the quick tyre, and that's what Brock's going for, and Robbins. I know Robbins is because I spoke to him beforehand. Welper also. So they're deciding to set their times now as well. Might as well just give up on his lap. Robbins is retired, so he's crashed somewhere. Last corner, just coming out. Last corner. So he's binned it, so he's going to start close to the back. That 32.3 is not going to be very competitive. I'm expecting a few of these medium runners to get into the high 30s. Especially El Brock, who seems very quick. He's 2 tenths down in the first sector. So he's struggling a little bit. It looks a bit like the tracks might be a bit too hot for them or something. So he's struggling for grip. Well, the tyres are a bit cold early on. Might come back to him later on in the lap. But we're coming to the end of that with Earl Brook, coming around the final few corners now, into the hairpin. And he takes it quite nicely. He's going to come around the final corner now. What type of lap time is he going to achieve? He hasn't invalidated it. It's going to be a 31.4 in the medium, so it isn't fantastic. You want a bit better than that. Got Berra out there on a lap. The moment is a bit down on his time. We've got incidents everywhere. Sancho is retired. But he'll start ahead of Skin Up even though he's got a quali ban. I think Skin Up might have binned it though. Berra's really struggling. This doesn't seem too much grip out there at the moment. Jasper's gone a little bit quicker. Not by much. Oh, Brock's retired. And that's legitimate. So we're going to have nobody left at the end of this qualifying session. I mean, we're halfway through now and we've got 5 cars out. We've got 9 remaining. There's Mustang's pulled. Oh my lord, what's Mustang doing? He's going to get disqualified in a minute, no? He gets to the pit lane without being disqualified. He's gone for a wander. But he's found the pit lane. On board with Paris, who's not on a lap yet. Everybody else has backed off it. CYP's on a lap. See what if he can improve a little bit. And get himself near Spengler. No, he's pitting. Jesper's given up. And everyone else is in the pit lane, so we've got not actually anything to look at. There's currently, we've still got 9 drivers left, but no one's on track. There's Nadir's coming out, Nadir for his final run. He's going mediums. And Parrish will go mediums as well. And also Berra's going for the mediums. He's got them on his car. Spengler's gone soft, CYP's gone mediums. So it looks like the only except for the front 2, nobody's really set anything representative. Which is interesting. We're going to start on board with Nadir because he's the furthest way round. And we'll see what the Dutchman can achieve in his Red Bull. The lone Red Bull today. Obviously our first race winner of the season, Raymouth, is not available today, so he's sitting on the sidelines. But here comes Nadir to start his lap, going around the final corner in his mediums, and this could be his best shot. He's probably getting 2 laps out of it, and that'll be about it. Otherwise you're wasting your tyres away. You don't want to start on 50% tyres or something like that. Gets it nice and tight to the apex. Probably a bit slow. A bit sedate, but gets it round nice and clean. Try not to lose the back end. We'll see what he's up on his 3.3 up on his time. We'll be hoping to gain a little bit more than that. A couple more seconds on it. To keep it flat, there's a little lift. Not much though. Lock up, doesn't find the apex but keeps the tyre rotating nice. Incident in sector something, as a sort of lightning has retired from the session. So another car down, as he's given up, or crashed. I think he lost out of the last corner again though, it seems to be a dangerous corner. Parrish has caught up a little bit, but he's on an outlap I think, or is it Welper? No, it's Parrish, he's on an outlap, okay, that makes sense. But Nadir's going to be the first of these medium runners to set anything representative. As he loses the back end slightly, but through the final corner we go. With the worst camera angle ever. He's invalidated his lap, but what would have it been? 31.5. Being just behind O'Brock. There's a Mercedes of Spenler coming round into the pit lane. He's calling it a day. He decided that he can't get pole. So Jasper's going to get pole position, that's certain. CRP's given up on his laps, he's going to go again. There's a racing point, 5 round. Nadir has validated this lap as well. So he's got to get round. He's probably holding up Parrish a little bit. Parrish locks up as well. So they're both struggling through that corner it seems. They can't get to the apex as much as they'd like to. Share the stream. Oh. There we are, Parrish has given up on his lap. We've got CYP starting his. And we've only got 7 guys left now in the session. And with 50 seconds left, and oh, that is costly for CYP, and he's going to retire. There it is. That's another one that goes and bites the dust. Nobody's really set anything. And Barrett, his best is on the soft tyre, but he thinks he can go faster on the mediums. Same with CYP, his best is on the soft. As Welper goes P6. But that wasn't a very good lap. Definitely do better. On board with Barrett, see if he's improving on his time. But they're really struggling to get anywhere on these mediums. Barrett's half a second off. He's going to push on. He's given up. So Barrett's ended his qualifying. He's starting on soft tyres. Welper's given up. We've got Parrish and Nadir who have awful times. But they only need something decent. I mean, Parrish is 7/10 off. How? He's 7/10 off on a 134. So this isn't a very good qualifying session, I have to confess. I expected a bit more. But 4 people not even set up, well 2 people really not even setting a lap. Obviously, Matt Noah and Sancho always have that quali ban, but here comes Adair to the line, and he actually sets a decent lap on the medium tyres. As Jasper goes even quicker and goes pole by 9/10. But that's unrepresentative. We can't even tell if that's anything good because everyone else has got a different strategy. But the qualifying pace wasn't there, was it? Except for Jasper. Well, yeah, that's in the qualifying. It was not what we expected. I expected everyone to go mediums after the T1 race, but obviously people wasn't paying attention to that, especially Jasper, who's just thought, fuck it, we'll go softs and we'll win it anyway. It's difficult to say. I think the mediums will be a better strategy. Yeah. I mean, Robbins will be starting on the soft tyre. Jesus. Robbins, Parrish, and Mustang will all start on the soft tyre because they didn't even get a lap on the mediums. CYP, Spenler, and Jasper. I mean, Berra, Nadar, and O'Brock have all gone the right way, but just shocking times. It's not the end of the world, but they're not great. Yeah, Spender just turned around and says, "How am I second with that lap?" And then everyone's just like, "Well, nobody did anything. We all binned it." So, yeah, that's pretty much how I'd describe that qualifying. A load of rubbish. Who's going to win? I can't tell you. I mean, Jasper was the best of the rubbish. I mean, his lap was good. He set a very good quality lap. I mean, he got him close to T1 pole, if not T1 pole. But yeah, who's going to win? I can't tell you, to be honest. Might be someone who didn't even set a quali lap. But there's the predicted strategy. I don't know if there's going to be any rain. I doubt it, because it looks exactly like the T1 race. It might just be overcast to begin with and then brightens up. It looks very dark though. But it doesn't look like it's gonna. I don't think it'll rain. Could be wrong. Could be flooding it down in a minute. Oh, there we go. We don't seem to get many rain races in SLR, it seems. CYP is somehow in P3, I suppose. Berra's going to be in like the Klexi position where I think, well, I've got this. The only difference is Jasper, he knows Jasper's quicker than him. Spenler's P2 again. He's up there in Bahrain as well. We'll have a look at what the tyre switches they've gone with. There's no surprise that everyone outside the top 10 have gone mediums because they're the better race tyre. But no one's set any good laps on the mediums. I don't understand why it was so bad. The one-stop medium to hard, we're looking about lap 12 to 16. We're looking about lap 12, I think. That's when people switch over. And we saw people in the T1 race go earlier than that. Obviously, we might get a safety car, we don't know. But, yeah, Brooks looks very, let's say, the best of the He's been really, really strong apparently. From what the drivers have been saying, they've had a lot of respect for him, let's say. But he's only qualified P6 here today. Well, P7. Them guys, them four there are going to be dangerous. But we'll see what kind of starts they have, and it'll be very interesting to see how they get off the line into turn 1, because that can make and break your race. Got 14 drivers lined up, 7 rows, and we'll see how it plays out. As the lights are going out to 5 lights. First gear revved out, and away we are going. Jasper gets away pretty well. Spender's going to go side by side into turn 1 with the Renault. And it looks like Spender's got the advantage into turn 1. But then Jasper's going to get the inside. Spender's holding it round the outside. There's been an incident. Sancho Wizards at the back of the field. Spendler looks like he's going to take the lead of this race early on. He's got the inside line. We've got a yellow flag. But nothing's happening yet. I think there's been a bit of an incident. I think O'Brock's up to P4 going side by side with Nadir. But O'Brock gets up P4. Berra's down into P7 behind Parrish on the soft tyre, which we won't be particularly happy about. So you see it's mixed up already with Robbins P8, Welper down into P9, ahead battling Matt Noah, who's already up into P10. F1 Mustang is already left the session, and I think Welper's got a bit of damage. I mean, I can't see from this camera angle. Jesper's got the lead back somewhere down the line. We've got side-by-side action between O'Brock and CYP. O'Brock on the inside, CYP on the outside. It looks like O'Brock's going to get that position, surely? No. CYP fights back. He's AlphaTauri. And he remains in P3. Now we're getting the weird graphics. But we don't know where anybody is for a second. Spender is in P2, he's there, look. We're just waiting for it to sort itself out. Because it says he's in P9, but he's there. Parrish is now behind Nadir, not... Oh, I don't know, let it sort itself out. I can tell you SLR Lightning is not leading this race. There we are. We've got O'Brock P4, Nadir P5, just behind is Parrish. The gap is a little bit wrong, but there you are. With Berra in P7 at the moment, and struggling slightly. Robbins is definitely struggling. He's coming under pressure to Matt Noah. He'll be hoping to put him under his spell into the next few corners. But looking down the straight, there's a bit of side-by-side action in the back, and that's Matt Noah getting a very good exit on Robbins. And as you can see, it looks like the Italian's going to get past Robbins, but Robbins has got a little bit of straight line speed in hand. He'll try and hold it around the outside, do a switchback or something. SLR Lightning has to be careful what he does. Robbins is already in the pits to get rid of them soft tyres. He hates them. He's going for a massive undercut. And that's going on to lap 3. I don't know if he's got any damage. He has got front wing damage. I can confirm. Berra's looking at Nadir but unable to make the move. He's trying to get back at these guys. They've made a good start. Spendler is a second behind Jasper, so Jasper is keeping up. But for O'Brock, it's just important for him to keep up with CYP at this point. Get within that DRS. And Spendler's within the DRS of Jasper, which will help him along to stay within him. But is he choosing it, or is he not available yet? We didn't get it. But O'Brock's looking for a move on CYP. Parrish, Nadir and O'Barras hit the rear of Nadir. Doesn't lose any from wing, so he hits it straight on. As O'Brock has got past CYP for P3, and now he can charge on and go after Spengler and Jesper. But he's definitely within DRS now. I think Jesper's struggling with his tyres a bit more than Spengler is, which is interesting. Nadir's going to be looking at CYP. But it's one long DRS change. We've got Matt Noah and SLR Lightning, and then Sancho was about 3 seconds behind that because he made that mistake at the start. Don't think he's got front wing damage. No, Skin Up just in behind as well. I'm on the rear of this train, just keeping an eye on it. And Matt Noah is around. He overtook Robbins into this corner by taking that tighter line, and now he's looking at Berra. It looks like it's his strong corner, that right-hander, but SLR Lightning is a lot closer to him than he is to Berra. We're looking into the hairpin. Berra's locked up a little bit, so is Matt Noah. They're going very deep, taking all sorts of lines, but they're about to get away with it. Nobody's in the pit lane. Skin Up's looking at Sancho Wiz, who picks up a penalty. And Berra is looking at Parrish. Down the inside goes Berra, Parrish on the outside. Obviously them soft tyres not surviving as well as they'd like. Spengler's left the session, that's crucial to his race. So he'll have to rejoin. We'll give O'Brock the position. Parrish and Matt Noah are going side by side. Parrish is losing the back end, and Lightning I thought was about there or thereabouts, but not as close as I thought. But he'll be hoping to get past, as he's seems to be sitting duck. It looks like he's gone a lap too long on these tyres. CYP picks up a penalty, and there's Speldenar, I think that's how you pronounce it, but I've been calling him Spengler because it's easy for me to say. There's Nadir and CYP going side by side. Berra's going to be looking with that double slipstream. He's going to look to the outside, and he's been really light on the brakes, so he's very confident on them compared to the guys ahead of him. And that extra grip, it's a good combination, as CYP carries on. Jesper pits, Parrish pits. The only person to keep going is CYP, who's going side by side with Berra into turn 1, but he's going to lose that position and drop down into P4. Bit of contact there between Matt Noah as well. Not a very good day for Mercedes. Robbins has come around the final corner. He's going to be nowhere near his teammate, who's ghosted half a lap. I think he still is a ghost, isn't he? As he rejoined, he still is a ghost. So that'll be P11 for Robbins, but a long way away. He's hoping for a safety car. Next up for CYP to deal with is Matt Noah, who's had a very good start. He started last, and now he's up into P4 possibly. He's going to wait for the straight though, because he went really early on the brakes and then went deep because he went and put the power on too early, which is interesting. But on the straight it looks like CYP is going to be sitting duck. There's SLR Lightning and Matt Noah look to be going 3 wide with CYP, and SLR Lightning will fancy his chances here. CYP goes deep. He'll be wanting to come in the pit lane though, so SLR Lightning better be watching out for that. There it is. And no problems in the end. He should come out around Paris. So pretty close, but... So Brock is leading this race from Nadir and Berra as the front three, then Matt Noah just in behind, SLR Lightning, and Sancho was down in P6 with Skin Up P7. We'll be our former racer Jesper in P8. So he probably will retake the lead initially, but then on them faster tyres, Brock will probably be a bit better off. And what they're hoping for is a safety car as well. That could go a long way. And Spender's problem is someone signed in on his PS4 as him, and it signed him out. So that's why he's down where he is. Here goes Nadir on the DRS. Getting close, but not making anything happen. No, Brock and Nadir are getting very close, and that's a very nice camera. On a gap to lead at 15 seconds down to Jesper. That's the gap we're really looking for. So that'll be about a 5 or 6 second gap at least on this pit lane. Looking about 20 seconds. It's 6 seconds down to the last medium runner of Skin Up. We're on the same strategy. But the gap to leaders is as you can see it's about a second second and a half really between these 5 cars. Which is very interesting. We've got an incident sector 2. Oh, CYP's retired again. And that's the VSC, and that is what the leaders would have wanted. And that'll give them time to come in the pit lane, surely. And that might affect her, because Mustang might pit now. He doesn't pit. Is anyone going to pit? Matt Noah takes the plunge. Goes deep. Sancho Wiz also does. But they're going to regret it because the VSC didn't come out at the right time. But it was nearly a thing that happened there. And now they're on the same strategy pretty much as Jesper is. This doesn't really help them too much. But I can see why they tried that under the VSC, but it just come out at the wrong time. Robbins gets ahead of Sancho Wiz. And so does Welper. Incident sector 1. Now it's just them coming out the pit lane. So Robbins up to P9. Matt Noah's come out behind Parish. So that puts into perspective where these guys are compared to everybody else. I'd say that Brock, Berra, and maybe Nadir are ahead of Parish, and then SLR Lightning probably a little bit behind. But we don't know that yet. Here goes SLR Lightning on Nadir. He puts it round the outside. I think Nadir's been overtaken by Berra as well. He's up into P2. And yeah, there's a bit of a it's a bit of a waiting game, to be honest. These lot are battling away, which is allowing Jesper to get up the road. Matt Noah and Parrish are falling off. I think Matt Noah's quicker than Parrish, but he can't overtake him. So that's the thing for O'Brock. He needs to have the tyres to be better. So he's looking for another 3 or 4 laps, really. And then pitting under that, or waiting for a safety car or something. Like within T1, and that really shook up the race. To the point where Clexy didn't win. But he'll take his P2. Is it incident sector 2? I think that's Welper. Welp. He's had a bit of an adventure. He's just had a spin. He's now down in P11. And Sancho always takes that P10. There's SLR Lightning and Nadir going for the undercut on the leaders. Who will carry on. Skin up into P3. Jesper up into P4. And Matt Noah's got ahead of Parrish, but only just. And will that hold him up enough? There they go into turn 1. Matt Noah's jumped both of them. Nadir comes out right behind. And the leaders may be ahead. That's going to be very, very close. But surely they've got to pit this lap to get ahead of these two. And here goes Nadir around the outside of Parrish. Parrish squeezes him out. He isn't nasty about it though. Here goes SLR Lightning though. He's had a bit of an aggression. As he works his way through Nadir. And now he's got Parrish and Matt Noah just in ahead. Here's SLR Lightning possibly, and he really wants to get past Parrish really quickly. He's got some pace in him. Matt Noah's starting to close the gap a little bit to Jesper, but not enough. He's got under 11 seconds. And look at this from SLR Lightning. He's got pace as O'Brock and Berra both pit from the lead, and also skin up. So Jesper will take the lead back as he picks up a penalty, which could come in handy later on for the other guys. And NSX Berra has jumped O'Brock, has he? No, he's teleported ahead of him. And here they are coming out the pit lane. O'Brock's ahead of Matt Noah. Berra B is also ahead, is he? Matt Noah's trying something here. He's going to try it around the outside. Berra's got the inside line, which will give him the traction initially. But they're tapping each other. I mean, that's not a very good camera angle, but that's beautiful. And it looks like Matt Noah's going to get the position ahead of Berra, and only just. And Berra's come out ahead of SLR Lightning, who's on a bit of a mission himself. So they got one of them, but Matt Noah's done something. Okay, here's Berra loses the back end, and O'Brock's already pulled 2 seconds out on Matt Noah, which means he's on a mission to try and catch Jesper up. And yeah, we better check the penalty situation. 1 penalty for Jesper, nothing for O'Brock, nothing for Matt Noah. 2 warnings from Berra, nothing for SLR Lightning. Penalty for Nadir, nothing for Parrish. Because Robbins is now on Parrish's tail. O'Brock needs to start closing that gap. He's got 6 laps better tyres than Jesper. He's got to do a couple of attempts a lap and then just work it towards himself. There's Berra's looking for that podium off of Matt Noah. I mean, they're half a second between each other. Berra's struggling at the moment to get past him, but he's got a very good chance now because he's, the overspeed he's getting is massively impressive as he heads it round the inside. A bit of a tap. And he looks like he's going to work his way through, but he's got the inside line as Matt Noah. Berra's got to leave the room, but he does that. And now he's heading down the straight. Matt Noah on the outside, Berra on the inside. Bit of DRS possibly for Matt Noah, I think. Berra's now got the inside, pushing him all the way around the outside, and he's got the position after forcing Matt Noah wide. I think he's made a few mistakes in there. And that's Berra up into P3. And yeah, Brock closed the gap a little bit to Jesper, not by much. Though. Nadia and SLR Lightning are going to come into battle in a minute. Robbins and Parrish as well, as we hit halfway point in this race. And your leader is Jesper Barneveld, followed by O'Brock and Enitex Beret, with Matt Noah, SLR Lightning and Nadia just in behind. And it looks like Robbins is going to make the move on Parrish now. And if he doesn't, it'll be fairly disappointing because his straight line speed looks very good. Parrish goes inside. Robbins goes outside. The outside is a little bit more compromised, but there's more grip out there, and it looks like Robbins has got that position. And he's up into P7 now on them 10 lap old hards. I think Parrish might have a bit of a problem because he's going backwards. Sancho Wiz is catching with skin up as well. He might have slight damage or something. Because he's just going backwards, but Robbins has got older tyres and he's going and he's overtook him. Just doesn't seem to have the pace. There's a Lightning's been sat behind Matt Noah for a bit now. He must be thinking that he'll never get his opportunity, but probably will at some point. Just waiting for the drop off of Jesper's tyres. I'm not seeing that yet. He's been on 8 laps. Still pulling the gap though. Here goes SLR Lightning. We've got into sector 3, and it's SLR Parrish who's had a spin, and he's close to the back of the field now. He's still in the points ahead of Welpa, who's struggling along in P11. Approach Skin Up and Sancho is into P8 and P9. As I saw, Lightning's getting a bit far feisty with Matt Noah. Nadir just in behind as well. He's been waiting patiently. But he's going to get a chance on SLR Lightning here into this corner. He goes late on the brakes, nearly punts Matt Noah, but gets it stopped. SLR Lightning spins the car into the side pod of Nadir, which puts him back straight again. So he can be thankful for that. His Parish is in the pits. So he's gonna fall out just ahead of Welper. I presume that's for front wing or something. But Jesper seems to be well in control of this race now at this point. 11 seconds is the gap. He's doing mid-tire 34s. You know what I mean? His best lap was 34.8 and Jesper's best lap is a low 34. So there's like a few tenths in it. He needs his tyres to drop off a cliff. There's 6 laps difference in the tyres as well, which is quite depressing. But 11 more laps. He's going to be 15 lap old is Brock and he's going to be on 21. Is that going to be enough to start making a difference? Looks like Berra's starting to catch up Brock as well, which suggests that Berra's got a bit more pace in him. I'll check his lap times. He's done a 34.1 on these tyres. Also 30. He's got the pace in patches. Last couple laps, not so much. I don't think Brock's got the pace at this point. There's Parish and Welper going side by side, the two Ferraris for the final point. I can't help but think Parish has got this one with the extra grip. And there he goes round the outside. Oh, I thought he was losing the back end there. But he keeps the position. I saw Lightning and Matt Noah going to a bit of a battle. Matt Noah's still ahead, but he isn't now because he's just lost it on the final curb. And that puts him down in 3.6. And Robbins will be homing into view in P7. His tyres are even older than everybody else's. I don't see him getting to the end on them, I don't think. It's going to be close. Sorry about that, reading something. But we're on lap 19. Berra is still trying to pound his way past Brock. Here we are. Into turn 1, it looks like it's going to happen now, and it's Berra working his way past Brock for what is P2 in this race. And then he'll be hoping now he can do something about Jesper, because nobody else is doing a lot about it. But I don't see him getting the pace that he's got. He needs over a second a lap. I don't see him getting that. We'll see if we can close it at least. As he's already starting to pull away from O'Brock. He's just struggling a bit. With Nadir even coming at him now. After getting past SLR Lightning and Noah, who's trying to keep up. And Welper and Parrish are just having a little bit of a battle, but we'll leave that there. As Noah's left the session. Interesting. It was in such a good race as well. Interestingly enough, I think Berra's actually closed the gap on Barneveld by about half a second this lap. We'll double check the gap. I know Barneveld's got a penalty and Brock, and Berra doesn't. We'll double check it. Just has 2 penalties. Berra's 1 warning away and just done his best lap of the race. 33.9, even Jesper can't live with that sort of pace. But he's had a bad turn 1. So the gap, in truth, is about 7 seconds due to penalties. So Berra has every chance to just need to keep it clean. He's sort of dragging everyone else along, really. He needs Jesper to pick up a few more penalties first. Matt Noah's joined himself because he has more than 1 invite. But he's not going to fall out of the points as Matt Noah. He's going to come back in P9. But I don't think Berra's going to be catching Jesper, but P2 is definitely on the cards. But here comes O'Brock coming back at him after a pretty bad lap. We haven't got actually anything. Here we are, there's a camera angle. And O'Brock has got that position back on Berra. And he's back up into P2. But there's no doubt that Berra's probably a little bit quicker at this point. I think Brock doesn't have any penalties either, does he? No. He's just in his best lap as well. Whereas Jesper's in the high 34s. Yeah, Berra's just had a shocker. There's an incident in Sector 2. Don't know where that was. Oh, Jesper! What's happened there? Oh my lord, what's happened here? He's had a bit of an incident. He's lost half the front wing and I didn't even see it. O'Brock's leading this race. Nadir's trying something. Oh, and Jesper's round again. He's had an absolute disaster. He was 13 seconds in the lead. He can't have had an incident with a car. He's left the session. What's happened there? Wow, 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 wow. Now Berra has every chance of winning this race. Because this is heated up very quickly. Parrish has left the session. The safety car is out. Jesper Fowler come back. Is anyone going to pit? Oh, Brock pits, Berra pits, Nadir pits. They're all pitting. Robbins will definitely pit. He's gonna be very happy with that because he's on 17 lap old hards. Jesper's ghost cars is in the pits. Wow, wow, wow! This is coming alive at the end again. They're all in the pit lane. Matt Noah joined the session but hasn't rejoined his car yet. I'll see if we can invite him back in. not online. I'm just filtering through my 300 odd friends or whatever I've got. There we go. So Matt knows up into P5, but he's got a pit again. If he's rejoining the session. Welper's in the pit lane because he's decided that actually he's got half a chance in this race. Spendler's there, you know, another half a chance for you if you actually got back in. But nothing's in the chat, so I don't know. I don't know if anything happened, but it looked like he just lost it somewhere. I mean, he was driving so well. Okay, I'm driving like trying to catch up again. There's going to be another lap of this safety car. But to run down the positions, we've got O'Brock leading, NSX Berra P2, who's gone mediums over the soft tyre. That's interesting. And he's the only one to do that. I think the soft will be better in this condition, really. 6 laps to go. But how quick does the soft go off? Like, Robbins went off it in 3 laps or something, so don't rule it out. That could be a masterstroke. But initially they'll be a bit quicker, that's for sure. Just need to hold on. Nadir P3, SLR Lightning P4. Matt Noah provisionally P5 but won't be very much longer. Robbins will be P5. Sancho Wiz P6. Skin Up P7. And then we'll be P8, and that's what we've got left. We've got 2 ghost cars here. And Welper's overtaken Jesper, so yeah. So we've got 8 runners left. 5 to go. Who's your money on? Pair of the alternate strategy could be very interesting, but O'Brock has good pace anyway. Just inconsistent a little bit. It's gonna be close. I don't know who's going to win this one. It's going to be... Could be anybody. Penalties will play a big part. Barry's going to be very careful they don't pick up another warning. Nadir's got 2 penalties. That won't help him at all. So Lightning doesn't have anything. Mano has 1. Robbins has none. Sancho always has 2. Skin Up has 1. Wolf has 2. It's going to be very interesting. The safety car is carrying on for another lap, I think. The light hasn't gone out. So we're going to resume on lap 25. Oh no, it's coming in right now. A bit late, a very late call. Very, very late call. O'Brock's got to decide when he's got to go here. He's going now. And Berra reacted pretty decently. But Nadir's going to get a bit of a slipstream into turn 1. Hits the rear of Berra. I think he got away with it. Hits the rear again and again and again and again. I don't know what he's trying to do. But it's humping the rear of the Racing Point. SLR Lightning touches the side of Nadir. And Robbins said that if he had this situation again like in Bahrain, he'd just take his time again. Because these things happen because Sancho was on a charge as well. And anything can happen in these last few laps of this race. And as predicted, Berra initially is slow off the mark. Them soft tyres will not push for much longer. Get 2 or 3 laps and then they'll start going. And the mediums will come into their own. But Nadir is looking for Berra now as Berra's trying to get out of the slipstream. He's going to go for a late move. He's going to the inside. Berra's not even defending it. Nadir going for P2. Berra P3. And it was a mere formality on that one. Nadir's up into P2 and trying to go for this race winner for Brock, who's currently leading. And the DRS will be open soon. And getting within that DRS of O'Brock will be important for Nadir. He's got the pace to win races, he just needs to get it done. There's SLR Lightnings around the outside and struggling a little bit there. Robbins is also trying to do something. But will Berra's different tyre strategy leave him vulnerable at this point? Because these soft tyres look like they've turned on a lot quicker. Going to be 4 laps to go. It doesn't look like the right move. But how much will these soft tyres go off now? Because the best of them are going to be about now for a couple of laps and then they'll die. Robbins is all over the back of Sancho as he wants that P5. But that's opened up a little bit. SR Lightning's looking at Berra, that's the closest gap. But he doesn't look close enough. And he's not trying either. He senses a podium, but he knows how much it can cost you going for something banzai. Nadir's nearly within that second gap. Berra's keeping in within the second by using a lot of ERS. Sits the fastest last sector of anybody. Are these mediums coming back to him? Because he's just set the fastest last sector of anybody in this whole race. So it seems like Berra's coming alive now. With 3 laps to go, this could go any which way. We don't know. How much grip does he have? Nadir actually won't be challenging for the win. He's a bit of a stopgap because he's got that 6-second penalty. At this point, he just needs to keep within that second of O'Brock to keep everyone else in range. As Berra picks up a penalty, and that's crucial. That's very crucial. His locks up, so he's got flustered by that, but he's got a few corner cutting tokens to use now. O'Brock hasn't picked up anything at all, I don't believe. No, but the pace is significantly faster than before. As I've got now a rev glitch, so I'll go off board with Berra as he's looking to DRS Nadir, but unable to make the move. And it's very close between these top 8. They're all together, really, but no action. But O'Brock's leading it with 2 laps to go, and anything can happen. A bit of contact could mean a lot of difference to one person here. And this could get very interesting indeed. But we don't know yet. SR Lightning looks fairly close to Berra. He's going to have a look. Just show his nose, but not get chopped off. Well, Berra's in some sort of range, but he loses the back end. And that's going to allow SLR Lightning to have a little bit of a bomb around the outside. He hit Sparrow though, which will help him a little bit. And through this final corner, it looks like he's getting a decent run. SLR Lightning is got a perfect view of all this. DRS open, wide, ARS available to be using. Nadir is going for the lead of this race around the outside of O'Brock. Bearer senses is a bit of a ding-dong, but he's not close enough to take advantage of it. They're going side by side in the last corner. O'Brock maintains the lead. Bearer's gone off track in protest to try and keep within this, which he's entitled to do. Side by side into turn one, Nadir and O'Brock. O'Brock's gone really, really wide. Nadir's trying it around the outside, trying to get the extra grip, but unable to, it seems, as he gets a real big snap. And oh, SLR Lightning's in the wall, and it's all come crashing down on him yet again on this last lap. He was in the fight, and now he isn't. Sancho is, and Robbins will be licking their lips. I think Sancho is, because two of them have got penalties. I don't think Sancho has got anything. Oh, he's got 2 penalties. Robbins has a 5-second penalty from somewhere in that safety car period that I didn't see. And if he gets that removed, he could have another podium on his hands. Out of absolutely nowhere again, but there you go. Here goes Berra on Nadir for P2 as his mediums are coming to the fore. Nadir goes very, very deep. Berra sees it coming, tries to switch back, doesn't work. And this will be the end of the race. We're going to go on board with our race winner today, O'Brock. Come around the final corner, takes the checkered flag to take the first SLR win of his season. NSX Berra got P2. Did he? He did. P3, it changed. SLR Lightning was on the podium, I believe, because he didn't pick up any penalties. But yeah, there he is. SLR Lightning somehow still got P2 out of all of that, with Berra in P3, but that could be changed because Robin's got a 5-second penalty under the safety car, which could get removed. And if that's the case, then Robbins will be P3, Berra P4, but or maybe in Robbins P2, we don't know. And say he'd been nowhere in Bahrain and this race and come out with it with 2 podiums would be something else. Skin up P4, in fact, in there. Nadir P5 in the end. Robbins P6, Sancho was P7. It's all down to penalties. But what a crazy race. I saw a Lightning P2 because he had no penalties by 1/10. Wow. I don't think he'll believe his luck on that one. But anyway, that has been the T2 Chinese Grand Prix. And what a race it was. I've got a dash now because we've got the T3 commentary in like 15 minutes. And I've got to set up a lobby in that as well. But yeah, 2 brilliant races so far. Hopefully the T3 race won't disappoint. If we get the numbers, that's debatable because everyone's watching the Champions League final. Yeah, I've been in A57, and I will see you in a moment, hopefully.